Hey guys, you spoke, I listened. You guys wanted me to do a kind of like a mini review and talk about the class specific cards coming to Arena only with patch 10.4. So let's do this. It's going to be quick, it's going to be fun. Come on down and do a Shibaroo. What the hell's a Shibaroo, dude? I don't know. What am I talking about? I never know. Note to self, get a little bit more sleep nowadays. You're an idiot, Geeks. Ha 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 ha. I hate you, phone! Something we did find out recently, though, is it is going to be like any other event. It's only going to be for a short specific time, and that time is until the next expansion comes out. So when the patch 10.4 drops, these cards will be released with it, and then until the new expansion hits, that's when they're there till. The new expansion should arrive, I'm going to say around middle of April. No one really knows yet, but I'm guessing around middle of April. Guys, let's get started with these class reviews, and we were going to start first with Hunter. The first card is Reload. Discard your hand and draw 3 cards. This is 2 cost. The second one is Volley. Add 3 random shot spells to your hand. And the last one is Deadeye. For the rest of your game, your hero ability can now target minions. And now let's go see which one that everyone voted for. It is Deadeye, you guys. So for the rest of the game, you're able to now use your hero ability on minions. This is pretty amazing. This is a very powerful card. I really like this idea for Hunter. Hunter already has a card like this, guys. It's called a Steam Weedle Sniper. It's a 2 cost 2/3 minion that does this exact same thing, but unlike Steam Weedle, if you killed Steam Weedle, it doesn't work anymore, but with this, it's through the whole entire game. This is going to be a really fun card to play with, especially when you get it out early. I think that's the main thing about this card, is if you get it late game, it's kind of meh, because you're probably going face anyways, but it might be good still. In case you do need to do that extra 1 or 2 damage on a minion. But I think the play with this is you really want to mulligan for it. You want to get it early so that the first couple of turns, if you don't have any answers, or maybe you don't have you know, a Smork like deck, it's more Hunter control, if you want to say, then you can at least, you know, start clearing their minions out very easily. It all depends though on your deck for this card. Again, if this is a top deck and you're looking to win, probably not the best card, but it's still a fun card. It'll still be really good, and it is still making your hero power even more threatening. Next up is Priest. Let's take a look at their 3 cards and let's judge and see which one won. Absolution's your first card, which gives your minion 1/1 plus lifesteal. The second one's Mass Resurrection, which gives all your minions death rattle, resummon this minion. And the final card is Generous Spirit, which is draw 3 cards and give your minion to your opponent. All these cards are kind of meh, but let's go ahead and see which one won. Generous Spirit. Generous Spirit wins, you guys. It's friggin' Genuine Spirit. This card is the mehest of meh cards, you guys. I'm saying meh because it's a meh card, guys. It's super meh. I guess it is a 3 draw 3. But if you have something on the board, you have to give it to your opponent. I guess with Doomsayer, it'd be awesome combo, but to, like, you know, focus on your card selection and be like, okay, I got Generous Spirit. Let's look for a Doomsayer or a Rattling Rascal or something. You're probably not going to do that. So this card, I'd say stay away from, sorry. I'd say very much stay away from this card. But it's, I guess, fun if you do pick a Doomsayer. Next up is one of my favorite classes, Warlock. Let's take a peek at each and every card that you guys voted on and see which one won. I feel like I've been saying that this whole time, and I think we already know what we're doing here. The first card's Bottled Madness. This transforms every other card in your hand into a demon. The second one is From Beyond. You get to draw 3 cards, but at the end of your turn, you have to discard them. And the final card is Combust. This card makes you destroy 1 minion, but it deals 3 damage to every other character. And let's take a look at who the winner is. There we go. Bottled Madness. This is definitely an RNG card that you might or might not want. I don't see it being a card you really want in maybe a stronger draft, maybe a meh draft you definitely want it in, maybe just a, you know, middle of the road draft too. The cool thing is you play it later on in the game when you dwindle down your hand to maybe a few cards that you can't really use or they're dead, and then you get, you know, a couple of random demons. Most of the time demons are good, but there are shitty ones. There are also ones that deal damage to yourself also, so if you're in late game you might not want that damage, but you know, who knows. It's definitely a roll of the dice. Am I going to pick it in every draft? Probably not, but we'll see. If I could choose it maybe late in the draft and I already saw that my Warlock deck was yeah, I might play it. It'll be fun, RNG. But other than that, I probably wouldn't pick it too often. Next up is Warrior, and every single card that we were able to vote on were all weapons. So of course that fits with the whole Warrior dynamic. Let's take a peek at what weapons we could look and get. The first weapon is Training Blade. It's a 1/3 and the death rattle is add a random weapon to your hand. The second weapon is Axe of the Eclipse. Battle Cry, destroy every damaged minion. And the final card is Blazing Longsword, which damages also the minions next to the one you attack. And the winner is Blazing Longsword. Ooh, ooh. This is a great card, you guys. At first I was like, it's just a stupid Hydra. Who cares? But then I thought about it. Hydras die. This thing, you're guaranteed 3 attacks with it. That's huge, you guys. This makes your opponent now maybe not flood the board as much. Maybe it makes him do some misplays because he can't play what he wants to next turn. This is a really good card. This is a card that's going to be an easy pick, I think, unless there's big, stronger cards available. It's almost like having a board clear for Warrior. I think it's a great card, you guys. If you see this card, I strongly suggest you really think about the other cards that you're about to pick over this one, because I'm telling you right now, this is might be yeah, it might be the strongest of all the cards for all the classes. I really like this card. Let's start talking about Mage. The first card up is Arcane Flux. Cast a random spell. Targets are chosen randomly and you do get to draw a card with this. The next one up is Polymorph question mark, or how I like to call it, Polymorph. And the third and final one, guys, is Power Cosmic. It's just discover a legendary minion. And the winner is Polymorph. I don't really get this one. I think everyone just voted for something fun on this. I really like Power Cosmic better because it's pretty much like you get a free legendary, but you get to choose which one you want. To be honest, I don't think it's a great card. Yeah, you can polymorph your own minion, say it's a garbage minion, but this still costs 5. So unless you get something 5 and above, it's not even worth it. Let's say you polymorph the other person's card. Who says it's going to be a worse card? You could have 3 amazing cards and now you're screwing yourself even more. I think out of everything, I'd rather have a polymorph or a fireball. I don't think I would take this unless it, you know, on my choices there was really bad cards. So this one, you know, it's okay. It's fun. It's definitely fun RNG kind of card, and you might be able to get a great card out of it. But again, you're just rolling the dice. You're playing the Las Vegas of Hearthstone, baby. Daddy needs a 7. Okay, guys, we've covered 5. We've got 4 left, and let's start now with the last 4. We're going to go with Rogue. The first card for Rogue is Assassin's Training. Give a minion poisonous, sorry. The second card is Smoke Bomb. Give your minion stealth until your next turn. Draw a card. And the final card is Mind Spike. Whenever you kill a minion with this weapon, draw a card. And the winner is, boom, Smoke Bomb. There's not much to say about this card, you guys. It's a good card. Not only do you get to cycle this card, but you get to give a minion stealth. They already Hall of Famed a card called Conceal that used to be for Rogue that would do the same thing without card draw, and that's because it was so powerful. Now in Constructed, this would be insane, but in Arena, it's not so much. But it is still a very good card. It can be used to set up lethal for the next turn. It's just good to cycle in your deck. It's just an all-around good card. Is it the end-all be-all? No, but it's still a great addition to Rogue, a great combo piece. Why is Rogue making me think of a KFC combo? God, I love KFC. This might have been my first golden hero, but nowadays I barely ever touch Shaman. So let's take a quick look at the next 3 cards that we can vote on and have already been voted on, and let's see which one the winner is. The first card up is Refreshing Jolt. Deal 4 damage to an enemy or restore 8 health to a friendly character. Next up is Magma Shock. Deal 4 damage to a minion and then silence it. Sorry, it's the other way around. Silence a minion, then deal 4 damage to it. And then the last card, Crackling Doom. Deal 12 damage to all minions, overload 10. And the winner of Canada's favorite Shaman card is Crackling Doom. Okay, there's not much to say about this card. I thought it was an okay card. For 0 mana, you get to clean up the board. If you're really behind, you get to just, you know, destroy it. But then I thought, yeah, but you waste a whole other turn. And then I just realized, you guys, the overload doesn't happen till your next turn. So you can play this and then play 1 or 2 minions, and then your opponent has to react to them. Because if they can't clear the 1 or 2 minions, hopefully you set up a lethal turn maybe the next turn, so it doesn't even matter that you're overloaded 10 mana because you're pushing Lethal Town. This is a very dangerous card, actually. It's really neat. I can see why everyone picked it, and I can tell you already that I will be swearing once I face this card. Serenity now! Okay, we can do this, guys. Let's push through it. Let's push through the tiredness. We've got 2 classes left. Let's do this. Second last class we're going to talk about, guys, is Paladin. The first card we're going to talk about is Retribution. When an enemy minion attacks your hero, deal 4 damage to it. The next card is Relic of Hope. Whenever you draw this card, transform it into a random Paladin spell. And the third and final is Hand of Salvation. It's another secret. Whenever your second minion dies this turn, revive it. And the winner for the Paladin card of the future goes to Hand of Salvation? Yeah, Hand of Salvation. This is like a better redemption, you guys, where redemption brings your minion back with 1 health. This one brings it back to full health. Now, this is going to be really confusing on what the opponent should do if you have a secret up. Is it redemption? Is it to Hand of Salvation? Is it Noble Sacrifice? It can be so many cards, and it's really going to make your opponent sweat on which order to do things. I don't think it's the best card, but I do think it's the best card out of the 3 for sure. And it does make your opponent really try to figure out what card you have, and there's no real clue. They just have to kind of think about what the chances are that you'll have either redemption or this one or Noble Sacrifice, and try to play around it as best as they can. Okay, guys, last but not least, let's do this. The final class we're going to talk about is Dread. And the 3 cards that's up are Thorn Strike. Choose one, deal 2 damage to a minion or 1 damage to all minions. The next one up is Boon of Elune, and that is get 4 Moonfires to your hand. And lastly, Nature's Champion, return a minion to your hand and give it +5/+5. And the final winner of Who Wants to Be a Hearthstone Millionaire tonight is Nature's Champion. This is just a good card, you guys. Say you get to go second, you throw down a Dire Mole on turn 1. Your turn 2, you use coin and use Nature's Champion. And on turn 3, you put out a 6-9 or a 6-8, sorry. 6-8. Sorry, I'm doing the math in my head. Yeah, it's right. So turn 3, you can have a 6-8. That's insane. That's an insane combo, you guys. Imagine having to deal with a 6-8 on turn 3. You'd be furious. Not only that, guys, but say you have a minion later on in the game with the sweet battle cry, and you can do it again then, plus it being a +5/+5. It's worth it. It's a great card, you guys. It's maybe a little OP if you get to do it on turn 3, play the minion on turn 3 like I was saying, but I can see myself already pulling my hair out with this one also. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys learned a little bit, you smiled a lot, and you had some fun with us. Remember, I stream 5 days a week on Twitch TV. I really hope you guys give this a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to learn more about the expansion that's coming out with Year of the Raven, you can look at this video right here. And you guys have a dangle-doogle of a day. No, dangle-doogle doesn't work. Go destroy some demons. Oh. Peace, love, and prosper?